French government has recently presented a draft law that stigmatizes 5 million Muslim people in the country. Now, as the French government puts it, this proposed legislation is going to arm the country against any kind of Islamist radicalism or extremism. Now, this proposal is being promoted by President Emmanuel Macron to eradicate what he calls separatists who are trying to sabotage the nation. Now, this new draft law or the bill comes in the wake of various attacks that has taken place in the country over the years. But it is being seen as a response to the recent October attack where a school teacher, Samuel Paty, was beheaded in the suburb of Paris. Let me walk you through this newly drafted law. The first being the reforms in the education system, where it will be ensured that Muslim children do not drop out. It will be mandatory for children above 3 years of age to attend the school. Homeschooling will be banned, except for the medical reasons. Now, this will reportedly affect 50,000 children who are educated at home. Now, under the law, if passed, the government will have greater power over the mosques and the preachers in the country. Now, the local authorities will be given the power to temporarily shut down these places of worship that fall under the public subsidies if they are found going against any rule of the French Republic. Now, nearly 2,600 mosques are to be affected by this. Now, people who are not convicts but are under surveillance due to the suspected radicalization might be sent to the detention centers. The draft law will also tackle the online hate speech trend. Now, there could also be an increased surveillance of the activities of the French mosques, including the financial dealings. Already, there is an increased surveillance of about 50 Muslim associations and 75 mosques in the country. Now, the bill would make it a crime punishable by fines and up to 1 year of prison for doctors who provide virginity certificates, which is reportedly sometimes demanded ahead of Muslim marriages. Now, a judge can ban anyone from attending mosques if convicted of violence, discrimination, terrorism, or hate speech. Now, foreign funding of the mosque will also be monitored. It has to be declared if it exceeds $12,000. It has received massive criticism from people across the country, especially the Muslim community. People who oppose this say that it stigmatizes a particular religion, a particular community. Given that France's Muslim community is the largest in Western Europe with more than 5 million people. Critics also say that this would alienate French Muslims from the rest of the community. In fact, Turkish President Recep Erdogan has criticized the bill and called it an open provocation. The French government instead calls it a law of freedom and in support of Muslims. In fact, there have been many members of the Muslim community who have come out in support of this newly drafted law. Now, Prime Minister Jean Castex has clarified and claimed that no text is against any particular religion and a community, but against radical Islamism, whose objective, he said, is to divide French people from one another.